Hi, David Weck here. Today I'm going to teach you a coiling core exercise with the RMT club. It looks like this, and then I'll break it down, explain exactly why we want to do it this way. We're going to find our stance, we're going to find our hand position, we're going to set it up, and we're going to pulse it out with power, just like this. You see it from this angle here. It's here, 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 here. Okay. So now let me break that down and explain exactly why we want to do it this way to get the maximum benefit. You're going to get the metabolic exercise, you're going to get your heart rate up, you're going to get the fat loss, but that's the secondary after benefit. What we really want to do is improve locomotion. Locomotion is the fundamental universal function for human beings, and if we can improve that, everything else gets better. The key is balance and power. What is power for locomotion? It's rotational power. Now, what we've discovered at WeckMethod is that rotational power and rotational movement training is best served by ipsilateral training, that same side training. We don't care that there's all these anatomical cross links between the contralateral sides. What we care about are the lats. The lats are your largest, strongest, most powerful core muscles. The lats are your powerful rotational muscles. The coiling core consists of this simple setup with exacting precision. We want to keep this point, the 10th and the 11th rib, as the central axis, so it's not moving, tilting, leaning, it stays in the center. Shoulder comes down and back about that point. Same side hip comes up and forward about that point. That's how we're going to optimize rotation. And the proof is you can feel it immediately. There is an immediate carryover effect from WeckMethod rotational movement training. Immediate carryover effect means your stride is more integrated, your stride is more powerful, and it starts to teach you how to use the technique that we've created called the double down pulse for sprints and the wing pulse for distance. Boom, boom, boom. It's a more powerful, more efficient, more joyful way to run. It's faster. So, here's how we set this up, and you really want to pay close attention because exacting precision is what we need. We're going to start with the feet turned out, each one 45 degrees, so you're in a 90-degree angle, or the best you can do. It can be a 60-degree angle if that feels better for you. You shoot for 90 and do what you can do. You don't want to be inside of 60. So we come here, we bring it back so that the heels are in line with this stance. This is similar to a lot of boxing stances with that true boxer stance. A lot of guys will even turn it out back here. But we're going to keep this relationship of the feet. You set it up simply by setting up your turnout, and then boom, set it here. And you want to feel a great sense of balance as we come here with this coiling action of the core. So I can come head over foot. The stance gives me the up hip, up and forward as the shoulder comes down and back. And so that's how we're going to use the club, and this spot stays the same. So if my left foot is forward in this exercise, my left hand is on top, and I've got a split grip. I'm going to set up the stance. I'll do it from several angles so that you can see it. I set up my stance. I line up my head over my foot, and I really want to supinate and bring the arm in this position. I don't want the arm to be coming back. I want the elbow to be driving forward and down to get the shoulder to drive down and backward. And I'm going to supinate, and I'm going to touch right here, and then I'm going to come out and create a pulsing action. So the mechanics of it are very similar to in a baseball swing, exactly how we're wanting to do the baseball swing without that turnover. So we create the late rotate. And where we're aiming to feel this is in the lat. So here, 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 when I bring the club out and I pulse it, notice how my shoulder doesn't come out. I maintain this coil relationship, and I'm not doing this with the club. The club is here, and I'm pulsing power. Boom, 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 boom. Whew, I got to do the other side. You want to do both sides when you do this. I'll do it from this angle here and then that angle so you see it from many. I set up the stance. Very important that I get that right. Right hand's on top, right foot and forward. I set it up here, and then I just pulse it out like this. I'm trying to create this side bending action with the body so that I'm getting this massive coiling effect, center, down and back, up and forward, and the stance is what optimizes it. And here's the kicker at the end. Once you finish the exercise, you want to immediately test, did it work? Am I better right now at coiling my core, moving more efficiently with better balance, efficiency, speed, power, joy, by moving with head over foot? All I have to do is think, land my head over my foot to have balance, and then coil to the other side, coil to the other side, coil to the other side. And just like we're training rotational movement with this ipsilateral approach, prioritizing the lats, we also are now running with an emphasis on the side that's hitting the ground. It's no longer an upstroke as this hits. It's not an upstroke. That's not fastest. It's not most efficient. It's a down pulse, down pulse. And when you do these WeckMethod coiling core exercises correctly, you will feel the immediate carryover effect of better locomotion. If you don't feel it, go back, review the steps, get them precisely, practice, practice, and you will feel it. So, where we like to put this, because it's pretty metabolically demanding, is within, say, a sequence of 3 or 4 metabolic exercises, and then we come to, say, a rope exercise where we're really learning the slow patterning of the spiral. You'll see many more videos on the site that relate to this idea of rotational movement training, completely unique. And let me reiterate that it is the lats that we're targeting. It's the lat. We don't care about anything else because the lat is the biggest, strongest, most powerful rotator of the core, and the coiling core is what generates this rotational power that magnifies everything else we do. And the better you get at coiling the core, the better you're going to be able to use the mass of the arms with great efficiency to literally move with greater ease, greater power. You're on the ground less time, you're in the air traveling further, and you're on top of it because of the pulsing action. The idea is we don't want to just counterbalance the arms. We don't want to just use the arms as counterbalance. We want to put this mass to great use to make us run faster. So that's our pulsing. Review the exercise one last time. And rep range is really where you can keep the quality of the reps. So you wouldn't do, say, more than 20 of these in a row. And if you're really fast and powerful, maybe it's less, maybe it's 15 reps. So I'm going to set it up. I step it back. I've got my balance. Now, same side hand on top, coiled head over foot. You can see that relationship here. This is not just the side bend, and that's what the stance ensures for us. We never, ever, remember this, never want to just side bend. We never, ever just want to transverse rotate. That is weak and it's stressful to the spine. But when we combine the coiling action, it is strong and it is good for your spine. The concept that I don't want to rotate the lumbar, but I do want to rotate the thoracic, the whole concept is flawed because it's based on this idea that we're twisting. This is twisting, this is not rotating. This, think Mike Tyson, think a baseball player, think throwing. It's always that side bend with the rotation that creates the power, okay? So, here, step it back, here, set it, and now have fun with it. Come out, do it slow, get the pulse. 6, 7, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, did I get it? Did I get it? Yep. Got it. Thanks for watching. Tune in for more.